10 and 6 and scored just 9 points. Was 0 for 9 from 3. Luka asked today about the ultimate goal of winning a title.
I think we have a great team. We have guys that are willing to go to war. Everybody's staying together. The chemistry is high, so I think we for sure have a chance.
A lot of the conversation has been about the Lakers and how they probably, or according to them, might be the winners of this series. How does that make you feel? Do you feel like you guys have been overlooked?
No, I love it. Yeah.
Why?
I just love it. Yeah, it's dope. I mean, I love the fact that everybody want the Lakers to win. That's how it's supposed to be. They don't want the Timberwolves to win. I get it.
The books don't have the Timberwolves winning either. The Lakers minus 200 to win the series this year on ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Interesting that the Lakers are the only higher seed that's favored among the three known series in the West. The Clippers and Warriors both favored despite being the lower seed in their first round matchups.
The 3 seed in the Western Conference, and now we'll take on Anthony Edwards and the number 6 seeded Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round of the playoffs. A Western Conference Finals team, remember last season. Now odds makers have the Lakers favored in the series, but it should be a great matchup since Minnesota finished the regular season with the 4th best net rating in the NBA. Here's Ann Edwards on being the underdog.
I just love it. Yeah, it's dope. I mean, I love the fact that everybody want the Lakers to win. That's how it's supposed to be. They don't want the Timberwolves to win. I get it.
All right, Wendy, scarier matchup for defense, Ant or Luka?
Well, if the playing field was level, you could have a real discussion there because, you know, there's some things that Ant can do that are just flat out explosive. But in an NBA setting this year, the thing that you can do to Ant that you couldn't do last year when they made the Western Conference Finals is you can double team him like crazy. This is something that he has had to like mentally get through this year, is how often teams have double teamed him because the profile of the offense for the Timberwolves is just different this year. They don't have Karl Towns. And for a big part of the year, you know, Dante DiVincenzo was in a slump or injured. They haven't had the relief valves for the double teams. And I think double teaming Ant will be a big part of the Lakers' strategy in this series. I'm not saying you're going to see it in the first possession of the first quarter, but you can do some things to force the ball out of Ant's hands. You look at the Lakers and it's you double team and you're asking for a big amount of trouble. The amount of talent they have on their perimeter. So the truth is, I mean, again, if I was looking at trying to deal with both of them one-on-one, you know, Ant is an absolute beast. But the way the two teams are aligned, Luka is a scarier proposition. He's so tall. He can create so many things for his teammates. They spread the floor really effectively. I think the answer is Luka.
Luka is the scarier. Luka is the scarier matchup, but let's crystallize why that is. Because he just finished destroying them last year. Every time he goes up against Minnesota, he puts it on them. And so, you know, psychologically, if I kick your ass constantly, you know what, and then I got to look forward to facing you in the postseason, well, that's a very daunting task that I have no choice but to embrace. I can't run from it because it's an obligation. I'm trying to win a playoff series. That's the problem that the Minnesota Timberwolves have, that Luka keeps giving it to them. But I'm going to tell you this. You better be scared of Anthony Edwards. The Ant-Man is coming. And I'm not talking, I believe that after seeing him in the playoffs last year, the way he went at Phoenix, the way he went at Denver, when he wasn't fatigued, okay? I think this brother is so special. And the fact that you have a whole bunch of people out there, myself included, who believe that the Los Angeles Lakers are going to win this series. The fact that you have Luka and LeBron coming your way, and there's 2 stars, mega stars, playing for the Los Angeles Lakers, okay? This is an opportunity. There has never been a greater opportunity. Not even last year's postseason run wasn't a greater opportunity for Ant-Man to cement his star status than the opportunity that's presenting itself right now with LeBron James and Luka Doncic right across from him. He knows it. His personality tells you he knows it. That brother is coming. I believe in him. I don't believe they'll win this series, but I believe it's going to be a long one because I believe Anthony Edwards is going.
We're with Kevin Durant when he made one of the most highly anticipated returns in NBA history. He signed with your Golden State Warriors, and you were with him going back to Oklahoma City. But this one, it feels like it's going to be a little bit different.
Well, it will be. But Wendy, what's the distinction between those two examples?
Nobody said anything about Babe Ruth before
Choice?
the game.
Well,
because-
one, choice, right?
Yeah.
Luka didn't ask to leave. And by the way, he didn't leave. He was told to leave. He was shown the door. So he's going to get a different type of reception. By the way, I could go on and on how Kevin was received that night. That wasn't right. Okay, how he was received in Oklahoma City. He left as a free agent. That's all he did. He didn't ask for it. He just left as a free agent. And Luka, if you're talking about this one, he's going to get a lot of love in this building.
Absolutely.
He's going to get a lot of love because he didn't complain. He didn't ask to be traded like a lot of stars do. So I think this is a little bit different than when guys go back. He's going to get a lot of love in that building. And by the way, he played great for the Mavs. No player is perfect, Malika.
I remember.
But I think he's going to get a lot tonight.
I remember being there in December of 2010 when LeBron came back to Cleveland.
After the decision.
The hate, you could feel the air. It was like heavy. I've never seen anything like we're going to see here tonight because this is going to be an embrace. They're going to love him. Actually, Luka thrives on venom. He likes to come in there, pick out a fan, pick out the opposing team, run his mouth, curse him out in Slovenian, curse him out in English, curse him out in Spanish. Everywhere he looks tonight is going to be people who love him. So I'm not sure, and I don't know if he's sure how he's going to react to this environment.
We're not supposed to be here. We're not supposed to be having this conversation right now, right? We're talking about the return of Luka Doncic. Yeah. But the question is, why are we having this conversation? Bob, Wendy, Malika, why are we having this conversation? We're having this conversation because the Dallas Mavericks didn't believe that Luka Doncic was that guy that was going to get them over the hump and bring another championship back to Dallas. And that's a real thing because I'm one of those non-believers. Right? When it comes down, can Luka be that guy, not just to take you to Disney World and get you through Disneyland and probably buy you a funnel cake and a corn dog, but can actually get you on the ride? And so that's the question.
Yeah, and you're right. But you know what we can't do anymore? There's no more nuance in society. So look, you can trade Luka Doncic. I can go with you on that. I can even go with the Mavericks. I'm not saying I will, but you can make me believe Luka's not the guy to get you by himself. But what I can't get on board with is the return and the trade.
Yes.
That I have a hard line on. But if we can argue about where Luka can do it or not, I don't know. He's young. Maybe he can, maybe he can't. Mavericks know more than I do. They said he can't. They traded him. I have an issue with, couldn't you get a little bit more?
And this is Nico Harrison, the general manager here of the Dallas Mavericks, on the floor ahead of this enormous game. I mentioned this on NBA Today that I was with Nico when the Dallas Mavericks came here to Los Angeles. He watched Luka Doncic warm up, and later Luka was asked about that and saying he was right there. And Luka said, I didn't see him. I wasn't looking at him. I didn't
believe
him.
it for a second. Yeah. So obviously he knows where he's at. And I agree. The sentiment that Bob has expressed is the sentiment that has been expressed to me by team executive after team executive after team executive for the last couple of months. Okay, trade Luka, fine. The return, not fine.
And we've all maybe bought or sold a house. When you buy or sell a house, you don't invite one buyer over and say, what will you pay?
Well, you do if you get a maximum price.
Sure.
So
you knock on the door and say, I'll pay you more than, we have to take that out. But in this situation, when you say AD and a first, you go, well, I got to open this thing up. I got to see who else is.
Hold on, time out. It's not like Nico traded Luka for me. We're talking about a guy that made an all NBA, all defense, was up for Defensive Player of the Year, one of the most skilled power forwards to ever play the game of basketball, that's in the middle of his prime, right? So we're talking about Anthony Davis here. It's not like he just said, no, he got back something that put them in position right now, short term, over the next 2 or 3 years, to actually give them a real shot to bring it back.
I really like Anthony Davis. I probably like him more than most people, but Perk, give me another first-round pick. Give me Austin Reeves. It's not about Anthony Davis. Just take the age. Just take the age.
Take two to tangle, Bob. What if they want?
Well, then I might say who else is interested?
Then they don't get Luka Doncic. And you don't get him. Yeah.
And yet here we are. They did. They got Luka Doncic. The Los Angeles Lakers are playing their very first game with Luka as a member of their team.
And when the Mavericks envisioned this, they envisioned having a much stronger team than they've got tonight.
Well, they are healthier than they've been in a long time.
Chào tất cả mọi người, mình là anh Trịnh Huyền. Ngày hôm nay mình sẽ tiếp tục hướng dẫn các bạn làm vòng. Và hôm nay của mình sẽ có tiêu đề là mũ xám. Rồi hôm nay vào còn cái này là bạc. Bây giờ mình bắt đầu làm nha.
Ăn đâu? Có ăn nữa, ăn miếng. Nóng không nói, không biết ăn lại.
Không nóng đâu, ăn đi.
Còn nó lại chụp một. Này. Là một đi. Như là thật, như là cái tay nó kẹo. Hết tướng này chị anh nhỉ? Hả? Cho hết tướng này.
Mọi người đây này, đây là màu vàng. Tiếp đến màu trắng nha.
Đây rồi. Cái gì không làm đây à?
Vâng.
Rồi. Ai? Đi Quỳnh Anh. À đâu Quỳnh Anh. Mày bye bye đây rồi.
Ngày là đủ.
Chẳng có đồ khác thì.
Không có bạc, không có bạc đâu.
Đến bạn nha, ông đi quán đâu. Tự chạy ra đây mà để có quán nào bây giờ. Ăn xong đi ra đây bảo không ra được. Nè. Nuốt nhanh lên.
Em ơi, đây ba màu nhá.
Có mình cháo rồi mình ăn lẩu. Thế là giờ này đi ăn rồi. Đó. Rồi ra là chơi. Mấy giờ rồi anh? Mấy giờ rồi? Cái lại lên này. Nè. Đăng. Rửa rồi thằng nào đây? Của thằng nào? Đăng.
Mọi người đây 4 màu. Đây là mình
Gối này
sẽ
gối của
nhá.
thằng nào? Gối này gối của ai? Gối của ai? Của Đăng. Nào ngồi nói gì bó chứ? Nóng. Biết cả nóng rồi. Đây cậu. Ngồi im. Rồi phải nữa ngồi im mà. Ngồi đứng dậy. Người ta ăn ngồi im. Đứng lên đứng xuống.